Hello and welcome back. On September 8th, Southampton County Public Schools will open for learning. This year, however, we're beginning a little differently with virtual school. And the purpose of this video is to offer to our parents and students an introduction and overview of Schoology. I am Shelley McHenry. I am a parent of Southampton County Schools. I'm also a teacher of English at the high school, and I'm serving as technology innovation coach. My area of focus is our LMS, Learning Management System, which would be Schoology. And this year I'll be working with teachers throughout the county to just create the most authentic learning space we can while we are virtual for your students. So first, we must learn how to pronounce Schoology. It is 3 syllables. School-O-G. Schoology. More seriously, though, it's important that you understand exactly what Schoology is and why are we doing this. So it is a learning management system, which basically means it's the virtual school classroom where in one place our students can meet with your children face-to-face for meaningful daily interaction, as well as house all the materials they need to succeed virtually. And what will that look like for our students? So once you have your student device and log onto your iPad, you will have a screen that looks similar to this one. You will see a Schoology app, and the Schoology app is fantastic. Students in my classroom have used Schoology for 4 years now and primarily use the app every single day. I've also downloaded it on my phone and use it without problem. However, because of some of the tools we need in the distance learning environment, such as that live synchronous webcam, we need to actually use the web version of Schoology. So daily, as you attend your virtual class, you are not going to enter through the app, but actually enter through the web browser. So you're going to go to Safari and log on to Schoology through the list of Southampton student sites that will be there when you open that Safari browser. Now at the elementary level, you might have a quick link button that has the logo for Southampton County Public Schools that'll take you directly to this page. When you click on Schoology, this is from our students' perspective, it's going to ask for both your username and password for your student. Now these will be distributed to students, and if at any point it is forgotten or lost, you can contact your teacher to remember it. But this is also the same username and password that they've used on multiple different technology-based programs to this point, whether it was iExcel or PowerTest, taking an AR test, logging into Seesaw. The kids also know this as the password is their lunch number, but that is the same username and password they'll use every day to access their personal Schoology site. So when they log in, they're going to get a page that looks similar to this, and it'll list all the classes they're currently enrolled in. So for our high schoolers, they're going to see 4. Our middle schoolers will see more than that. And then the elementaries will differ according to what grade they're in and how many classes they're in. But from here, you will click on the class you're supposed to be in, beginning at 8:30 in the morning, and what you find inside that door, that virtual door, could differ just as much as walking down a hallway in any given school. Going from door to door will differ because we all have different physical classroom spaces, and our teachers will have virtual classroom spaces that may be a little different. So I did want to highlight a few of our teachers who have been hard at work this summer creating meaningful virtual experiences to share with their students this summer or this upcoming school year, including some Bitmoji classrooms. So this is what some of your students might log on and find this year. So here is Miss Henson's reading room from Heron Elementary, and Miss Dickens, first graders at Riverdale, will be welcome to her virtual classroom where they can click on the different whiteboard icons to go to different activities in her class. And even some of our middle school teachers, such as Mrs. Drivelbus, are on board, creating these rich virtual environments that are just inviting to our students during this time that we miss them so much, and just want to give a little piece of our classrooms and ourselves to them. What is consistent across whatever type of classroom you log in, though, is it's going to be very clear to the student what assignments are due that day and what they need to do to succeed. So from an elementary classroom, you may have something that looks like this with the day of the week, and when you click on it, it's going to show you all assignments and conferences for that week, or for that day, excuse me. If you have an older student, especially at the middle school or high school, you simply may have a folder that's labeled by the day or by the unit. Because if you don't have days of the week here, if you visit the right column over here, this is a list of upcoming assignments, so you can still clearly see which assignments are due on which day. So this is a new platform for so many of our students, but there are many things that are going to be consistent across classes and across grades. And one of those is it will be clearly evident to your child and to you, the parent, where to go and what to do each day as you log in. Another tenet that will be consistent across all the classes will be synchronous learning. So if we think about synchronized swimmers with the Olympics and they all move with each other, the idea of synchronous learning is that we, the teachers, are together with our students live at the same time. So all our kids love logging on to YouTube and watching videos. Well, now they're going to be able to log into TeacherTube and watch it live. So following the schedule that you have signed up for and that will be given to you again by the schools, you'll know what time you need to be logged in for each class, and your teacher will be there live and waiting for you to teach you and help you, whether it's the whole class as one large group virtually, working with smaller groups, or even working one-on-one. Another way that you'll have to be in constant communication with your teacher is through messaging. So up in the right corner of your Schoology screen is an icon that looks like a little envelope. This will be on the parent side as well as the student side. And all you need to do is type in the name of the teacher that you need to message, and you'll be able to send them a direct message just like you would almost on social media or a quick email. But it's a message that goes directly to the teacher and they can reply back to you, and it'll keep a running log of that conversation. Students may message any teacher or staff members. Students may not message each other. All right, so Schoology Conferences is the program that we are using in order to do this live, synchronous, daily teaching. So it's kind of like what the Zoom experience is that all of us are familiar with. The difference here is the level of security that Schoology Conferences offers us. Unless you are a Power School enrolled student in that class, you cannot access that conference. So it's a very secure academic environment where real learning can take place. So you're going to click into the specific class of the time you're joining the conference, and it's going to walk you through turning on your microphone and turning on your webcam, because remember, we want to see and we want to hear our students because this is live synchronous teaching. There are many different types of assignments that students are going to be able to do on their iPad. And here's just a few of the icons that you're going to see in using Schoology, that students are going to have various types of assignments. They'll be able to take quizzes and tests right on that iPad, discussion boards, Be able to link out to other programs. And a lot of those programs will be the ones that they've already been using in the classes, and they'll start at Schoology, but then they'll click on a link that takes them to programs that they're probably already used to. Just ways to really enrich this learning experience with all the other programs out there in a virtual learning environment. One important consistency across the board also with Schoology as we begin this fall is that students will be able to open, complete, and submit assignments in Schoology on their iPad. Teachers will train and practice doing this the first week of school, but you are not going to need to take screenshots of handwritten work or print things out to complete them. That students will be given a stylus, and they'll be able to open a PDF document and write on it and type on it and draw and color on it and just manipulate it in any possible way they could, an actual sheet of paper, and then save it and send it right back to their teacher. It is a pretty fluid process using Schoology plus the iPad. It takes about 3 clicks. And again, we are going to practice that with our students, and we're also going to provide, a video and written instructions just to walk them through how to submit assignments so that we're all doing it in the same way. All right, so let's switch gears and look at an overview of what the Schoology experience will look like for our parents. So there are parent accounts in Schoology, and you are able to register for those with a parent access code. So you're going to visit www.schoology.com. At the top, you'll click sign up, choose a parent, and then you need the access code for your child. So your teachers will be contacting you and giving you this code. The code is student specific. So whether your child has 1 teacher or 7 teachers, it's the same code. So only 1 teacher needs to give you that number. Now you can, under your parent account, however, register multiple children. So you as a parent will log in once and be able to toggle through however many children you have registered, regardless of whichever school they may attend. So you do need to get that parent access code per student, but once you register for your account as a parent, you can add multiple students to your account. After you have registered your account, the next time you log in, it's going to ask you your username, which will be your email address, the password that you have set, and what school your child attends. And from there, you'll be able to log into your parent account and use it pretty fluidly. So having a parent account is actually like having 2 different accounts. So as a parent, you have an account under your own name, and as the Schoology division becomes more and more integrated, as a school division becomes more and more integrated in Schoology, I think there's going to be more purpose to having this parent account. You'll be able to get announcements from the school, be able to join various different parent groups. Even in the greater Schoology community, you might connect with other parents all across the country who have similar interests or similar concerns about their children. So there is benefit to being connected as a Schoology parent. However, the greater benefit you will probably find is the ability to view your account as your child. So especially for our older students, for our younger students, you may just choose to log in as your child. But if you have a middle schooler or a high schooler and you really want to give them that independence of being academically responsible, here is a safety net so that you can still check on their progress and make sure they're succeeding in this virtual environment. Here is an idea of some of the information that you will be able to see on your child's view of Schoology. So number 1, you'll be able to see all the recent activity. What work have they turned in recently? What grades have they gotten? You're going to see a few different places where there might be attendance information, but realize we are still using PowerSchool for both grades and attendance. So this would not accurately reflect that, but it's in the system as an option we can do in upcoming years, but just don't worry about that little piece of it right now. So number 2, you'll be able to toggle between the different classes. If you want to look at an overall view or a specific class, what have they done recently in that class? What work have they turned in? What videos have they watched? What discussion boards have they participated in? Now, speaking of discussion boards, you will not be able to see anything added by another student because that's their protected security within Schoology, but you will be able to see everything that your student contributed to a group project or to a discussion board. Number 4 is, to me as a parent, the really important safety net here. When a due date has come and passed, if that assignment was not turned in, it moves from being assigned work or upcoming work to being overdue. So that's always, where your eye should go. You also can click through the individual classes and see all the content posted by the teacher. If your child is a member of any groups, it might be clubs or sports teams, it might be small groups according to resources or remediation. They cannot create their own groups, but teachers can create groups for any reason they want to bring together a selection of students. And here's a word of caution about grades. You will see any assignment they've turned in and the grade given back to them by the teacher. You can click on that individual assignment, see any feedback, see what they got wrong, see the actual work they submitted. However, again, PowerSchool is what we use for course grades. So be wary of the overall grade for that class because that may not be authentic, but the individual assignment grades are a great way to look at what grade your child got on assignment and then actually look at that assignment and maybe see why. Number 9, up in the upper right-hand corner, there's a little calendar, and if you click on that, any upcoming assignments and any upcoming conferences will be listed there. So that is a good way maybe to begin the day, looking at that calendar and kind of getting an overview of what is ahead. As I said earlier, students have the ability to message teachers directly, and so do you. So that little envelope icon is how you message a teacher directly. As a parent, you cannot message another parent. You cannot message a student. You also cannot see the messages sent by your student. So if you click over to Student View, you will not see that personal communication between yourself and between your student and the teacher, that is treated as private account information between the two of them. So you would need to go in through your child's account if that was a concern. But at the same time, your child cannot look at your conversations with teachers. So you have that protected space also if you just need to send a message and check on how things are going. You'll have a little bell that'll give you notifications on your parent account. Anytime a teacher has posted an announcement or an update, they can always choose also send to parents. So anytime you see a little icon that looks like your cell phone with a bubble that has a certain number next to it, then realize there's some type of notification that you should check. And you will have the ability to go in and personalize your account settings. You can edit your name as it appears. You can enter your addresses, your email addresses to send you notification. You can choose what do you want to see when you log in. Do you want to see the recent activity feed or the different courses for your student, and also reset your password. Really important in this settings section, which if you watch the video here, you click on your name and drop down to account settings and notifications. What do you want to be notified for? And it'll allow you to be notified via email or via text on your cell phone. There are lots of options on which you can choose for notification. Do you really want to know every single time your student turns in work? Or do you want an alert when something was not turned in? So visiting that notification setting will allow you to click yes or no, on or off, and customize what notifications you want Schoology to send you. And again, right next to it, you'll have the ability to enter a cell phone number if you would prefer, rather than emails, to get alerts texted to you. If something is due at 10 a.m. today and it's 10:01 a.m. and not submitted, you can choose to have a text alert sent to you that your child has not turned in their work. Lastly, with options of how you can help monitor your child's success, is this idea of email digest. So you can sign up to have a digest sent to you daily or to have it sent to you weekly. You can also determine what type of digest you want sent to you. And here's an idea of what that email will look like. So it'll have the date range, the name of the child it refers to, a summary of each course, including where their grade is overall, anything that's overdue, and anything they've recently done. So if you don't want to be popping in and checking online on a regular basis, here's a way to have all that information accumulated for you by Schoology and sent to you each evening, or sent to you one day a week that you designate. So again, that's under email digest, and it's a really meaningful way to monitor your students' virtual experience. Okay, so that's an overview of what Schoology is going to look like in the first few days. And what I would like to do is to give you an opportunity to log on to Schoology, to give our students an opportunity to go and learn how to navigate their new virtual learning space. Also to give you an opportunity to speak with teachers and get that parent access codes, and then let's come together. So next Thursday, September 10th, we're going to have live Schoology training sessions followed by a Q&A. So by then, you probably will know what your questions are once you've had a chance to actually get in there and experience it for the first week. That'll be at 6 p.m. for elementary students and parents, and 7 p.m. for our secondary parents. Those Zoom codes will be sent out via remind from your principals and probably also posted online. So thank you for tuning in. Thank you for partnering with us on success in this academic virtual environment, and all the exciting turns it's going to have in the weeks ahead.